Hello and welcome to our millions of viewers here in Nigeria and all around the world. This is Firecrackers, where we take time to reflect on issues of national interest, and we are live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, as calls for COVID-19 passports continue to spark international debate, we will consider the certificate, which according to reports will provide a digital proof that a person has either been vaccinated, received a negative test result, or recovered from COVID-19. Professor Yewale Tomori, a virologist, joins us live from Abuja, the nation's capital. Plus tonight, abductors of the 8 RCCG members demand 50 million naira as ransom. We are live in Kaduna and Cross River states to engage the views of the Kaduna chapter of CAN, Reverend John Joseph Hayab, and the PFN chairman in Cross River State, Dr. Lawrence Eko. And of course, finally, the agitations for a Yoruba nation also gets our focus tonight. As just a few days ago, I had an interesting chat with the Ariel Kakan for Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams. Wherever you're watching from around the world, this is Firecrackers. I am Kelly Egiga. A stakeholder in the region. Let's begin on a general scale. Why is there so much tension, so much agitation from many parts of the region in Nigeria at the moment?
Well, so much tension because there was a lot of injustice. There was a lot of nepotism. There was a lot of issue of insecurity. And Nigeria hungry because the country is not being run the way it's supposed to be run. And the world is a global village. People know the potentials of our country. People know the kind of resources we have, both mineral resources and natural resources. Nigeria now realizes that one of the bane and impediments to our growth is leadership. Those who govern us, those who parade themselves as a politicians, now turn themselves as a business politicians. Most of the ethnic nationalities feel cheated the way the president, Muhammadu Buhari, shared the national cake. Federal character is not working anymore. And the way of sharing a juicy position is not working. And even in our electionaries, we couldn't have free and fair election. If you notice with our population, the population of our country is about 200 million. We realize the figures of those who vote during the presidential election, even governorship election, there's a lot of apathy. People have lost confidence on our electionaries. They didn't have hope that the people's choice will win election in Nigeria. And there is famine. Nigeria are hungry, and they are hungry. And at the same time, you use your money, every money, majority of the money you made to send your children to school. To the extent they will attend tertiary institution and graduated. Only 7 to 8% of the graduates get job. And how much did they get? How much did they earn from that job? We saw our fresh graduate being given 50,000 in banks as a banker. And even the multinational companies did not serve them. They will first employ them as a casual workers. They even give a contract to some people to employ. And they will pay those contractors who employ a fresh graduate, like in dollars, the contractor will now pay them in naira. And the constitution given to us is being written by the military. It's not a constitution that was written by the people. And the constitution impedes progress. It encourages retrogress. And it did not encourage any modern governance. And it does not reflect federal system. So definitely all these issues bring political instability, create a lot of hangers, and I would not say they are frustrated. They are frustrated, but there was anger in the country. And don't forget that what led to NSAS in October was as a result of anger. And the federal government promised that they will look into what these young promises youths demand. No one will be attended to. So how can you be running a government in that direction that you will not build another anger?
How about this region, the southwest region? Very recently, the region has been making some very strong demands for a Yoruba nation. What exactly does the region want?
Not only the southwest. The southeast have been in the struggle since 2021, apart from the Biafra incident. The Niger Delta, some of their group have agitated for Niger Delta Republic. Although when they agitate, some of them, they take them to the villa and negotiate. And after a period of 1 year, another group will sprang up and say they want Niger Delta Republic. And the southwest of full agitation of Odua Republic gained prominence last year. And you know, we are the most patient region within Nigeria. We are highly accommodating, and we always do our things on the basis of sequence. We don't rush to things, but when we start, it will be very difficult to kill that ideas. You know, Southwest could not preach Odua Republic or self-determination for a long time. What we have been agitating for is restructuring of the country to physical or true federalism. But the non-tanners were the one playing to the corporate existence of this country. When people demand for certain rights, which is legitimate, and you refuse to do it, they will change their position. You have the impression that the elite are the one demanding for the right of true federalism. When the grassroots started their own agitation, it will be worse. Even when Abiola won the election in 1993, he said the first thing he will do to move Nigeria forward is sovereign national conference. And Abiola could not do it. He was arrested and detained, and he was killed in 1998. The civilian government came on board, President Obasanjo. During the period of President Obasanjo, people are asking, why can't you organize this conference and resolve the problem once and for all? He organized National Political Reform Conference in 2005, and he failed because of certain agenda within the content of that conference. And President Goodluck Jonathan, in his own wisdom, there was a pressure on him, especially from some of our leaders and certain Nigerian People's Assembly, and some few people in the North. And he agreed to organize not sovereign national conference. He will organize national conference, not sovereign. So in that conference, He gave us blanket check to debate anything that will move this country forward, but not by breaking the country. I remember his inaugural speech by then. People were clapping for him, more than 27 claps within the speech of 45 minutes. So I was one of the delegates in that national conference. And we recommend about 640 something contents to move Nigeria forward. And when Goodluck Jonathan was going, he handed over the document to President Muhammadu Buhari. The next October 1st, after President Muhammadu Buhari was sworn in, he said he have got the document, he will put it to the archive, he won't use it. And you can see the problem we have, the level we have now. People now graduated from restructuring. They are now asking for self-determination, not secession. That is different from secession. You want to secede, or self-determination. A self-determination can even come through regionalism, and a total self-determination can come with a sovereignty. So now it's not about overheating the polity. It's about the federal government to listening to the wish of the people. It's about federal government listening to the wish of the people. It's not about, you said that you use security agencies to intimidate them. The more you intimidate them, the more you make an arrest, you are overheating the polity. All the zones, they pick some people from all the zones. You know what happened? Med shut down our production from 2.5 barrels per day. They shut it down to 800 barrels per day. Yaradua came on board after Obasanjo. He inherited that problem. He now said, what will I do? And Jonathan came from the axis of the Niger Delta. He called Jonathan, what will we do to solve this problem? And Jonathan worked out amnesty package for the youth of the Niger Delta. And the hostility vanished immediately. And Nigeria recovered a production over 2-point-something million per barrel again. You can take somebody to this, you can take a horse to the stream, but you can't force him to drink that water. So the issue on ground is about government doing the needful to reduce the hostility in the country. It's not by government using iron hand to suppress the wish of the people. Already you don't use iron hand for the bandits. Some people are crying. Some bandit that is kidnapping and maiming people in the north, Gumi is crying that they should go and negotiate with them to release the people in captive that was kidnapped by the bandits. And when you negotiate with them, they will kidnap another person. And the more you give them money, the more they are getting the sophisticated weapon. And they are growing in numbers. And the peaceful region, the three peaceful regions, said, let us restructure this country to true federalism so that every federating unit can prepare their own security attention to complement the one in the federal, and you refuse. What do you expect the IU to say? If you don't want me to grow, if you don't want me to have progress within the context of Nigeria, let me have my own nation. But the government still have an alternative to solve that problem.
In the course of this fight, how together is the region? I mean, very recently, the Alake of Egba land, Oba Adedotu Badero said he is not in support of this fight for secession, according to his exact words. Very recently, the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, said he's not going to give room in this state for even such meetings about calls for a Yoruba nation. So how together and united is the region?
We did not comment on the issue of anarchy. I respect traditional institutions a lot. And I'm part and parcel of traditional institution. I will not comment on that. But I can tell you, Kabiyesi is an Oba and is entitled to his own opinion. But I won't comment deeply on that. But Akeredolu is a governor of a state, soldier go, soldier come.
Some people also believe that Sunday Ademo is also the face of what is playing out. And the question to ask is, why Sunday? Why is Sunday the face of this struggle?
No comment.
What if something happens to Sunday? I mean, because
no comment.
There are threats very recently.
No comment.
And all of that.
No comment. Some
people also think that many who stood up for the Yoruba race, Yoruba nation in the past, the likes of Obafemi Awolowo, who stood up for the region and Nigeria, in the end, were practically betrayed by people from this region. And they think that there's no point even starting this fight because it looks like it's going to end that way again. What's your position on this?
If you are having that impression, and if you are having that mindset, you won't liberate yourself. They betray Awolowo, Baba Awolowo. But those who betray Baba Awolowo, where are they today in the history? Are they in the good side of history? You know them as an educated person. You know the people that testify against him in 1961, 1962. But their name is in the negative side of history. God gave room for a betrayer to betray so that it can be in the negative side of history. And God gave room for the person that is truthful, that is forthright, so that his name can be right in the good side of history. There is no cause in this life without betrayal. Even, maybe you are from Niger Delta, I don't know. We have some people that betray Adakaboro. And now, who is the greatest person than Adakaboro in the Niger Delta? And we have the people that betray Ojukwu in his own cause. Where are they? In the history of, even though the Igbo people did not achieve Biafra by then, they still respect any person in the East. They still respect Ojukwu more than any person in the East. Even Zik, as a ceremonial president, the Igbo people still blow the trumpet of Ojukwu more than Zik. As intellectual capacity, Zik is. As a part and parcel of people that fought for independence. But because Ojukwu risked for them, they respect him, they adore him. So when you are talking of our own region, what happened to other regions is part of phenomenon of any humankind. And when you read the Bible, Jesus Christ was crucified at the age of 33 years. How many people want to name their child as Judas today? So give room to betray so that the history can judge you in a bad person and demonic way. And even by Nabi Muhammad died in the age of 56, those who betrayed them, did they have name now? So in any cause, there always be hero and betrayers. So definitely, if you are taking on that level, you won't fight any good cause, and you will be a great person. You know all those who let me come down on that issue. It's an issue that I have a lot of interest. The South Africa struggle started in 1912. There are some old people who started the struggle. They will abuse the apartheid government in the afternoon. They will go and lobby in the evening. And People now realize the compromise. Like of Mandela came in late 50s, 40s, in late 40s, they joined the struggle. And Mandela take the position in hardliners. And he was detained on economic sabotage for bomb blast. And they detained him for a period of 27 years. Tell me any African person that have the name, the goodwill Mandela have now, even when he's not alive. So you should prepare to sacrifice in any struggle. You don't get good name on the platter of gold.
All right, so Ariel Kakanfo Yoruba Land, we would like to thank you most kindly for speaking with Galaxy TV.